What up, League? This your commish here, man. What up, motherfuckers? How y'all doing? Hey, as y'all saw, just to start off this video, don't forget about me. My boy, out another game. Suspended, fighting. Real ass nigga, I guess. Dumbass mother, whatever you want to call it. He gone. But he's no longer on my team in this league, so best of luck to Cody. The irony of this is, well, I'll get to that later in this video. I'm going to try and keep it short. But, nevertheless, this is your commish, Dirty Water 9, upside your head, a.k.a. D-Knox number 9, coming to you for a quick overview of this season, Clinton County All-Stars overview, okay? Like I said, I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. I'm on my lunch break, but I want to give y'all a video of clarity of where we are in our season. So, after 3 months, 12 weeks of fantasy football, this is where we stand. I'm just going to recap last week's because we did have some interesting games. Looks like I beat my brother, which, I mean, he has a good team. I mean, he's out there actually putting shit together. He could have beat two other teams, especially with the Lamar Miller good performance. I ended up beating him about 40, so it wasn't a huge blowout. I think he plays Kurt next week, so I think he might. I bet money that he get his first win of the season and doesn't go winless for this season. So I beat him. Nofke beats Dustin by 3 in a disappointing loss by Dustin. I expected more from D-Hop on Monday as well. Shit happens. However, I think you both are a lock. However, Dustin, you may not be. If you lose your next one and me and EWB win, you may be on the outside looking in. I don't know where the points stand. But that's something to think about. Brandon beats Cody by a couple points. Brandon locks up the #1 seed, so you got $25 coming and a first round bye. Congratulations. Been a long time coming. And of course, Cato beats the shit out of Kurt, which Cato is working towards a #1 seed, him and Nofke. So, I'm sorry, and EWB and Golden Domers was a huge match this week. The loser basically is probably gonna be kicked out and gonna be in the constellation bracket. And EWB beat Golden Domers, his homeboy, cousin, whatever, by a significant margin. So EWB, you still in it. You win, and I lose. You're in the playoffs. If I win and you win, I'm gonna have more points than you, and you're out. If I lose and you win, you're automatically in. But like I said, just a quick recap. So right now, as it stands, we have Brandon in #1. We have, as of right now, Nofke in #2 with an 8-4 record. Cato in #3 with an 8-4 record. Like I said, if I play Nofke this week, if I beat Nofke and Cato wins, Cato will have a first round bye. If Nofke beats me, if Nofke wins and Cato wins, it's going to come down to points for that first round bye. So this is an important match for both of you guys. Cato #3. Cody Kane is #4. He goes against EWB. Like I said, I'm rooting for Cody because I need EWB to lose just in case I lose because I have more points than anybody. So if I'm 6-7, he's 6-7, the most points, power points, gets in. And #5 is Dustin, which if he wins, he's in. If he loses, it's a whole bunch of different scenarios. You need to just win, Dustin. All that shit you talk, you need to just win. Just win, baby, win. Okay? And myself right now at #6. So I control my own destiny. All I need to do is win as well. But it's been an interesting season, to say the least. As I started, we saw Leonard Fournette get kicked out. I think Cody has enough firepower to go against EWB this week. I'll go ahead and see who plays who in week 13. Excuse me for a sec. All right, so these are the matchups and going forward. Nofke against myself, and he has first round bye on the line. I have my playoff hopes on the line. We have Brandon versus Golden Domers, which pretty much a pointless game because neither one of them can get any better. Like I said, Cody versus Zummy, which is Cody's automatically in, but I need him to win. Zummy, you must win. You need to be thinking you must win that. LaRon versus Kurt. Game of the toilet bowl. I'm picking my brother in this one. Sorry, Kurtless. And Cat versus Cato. Cat shit versus Dustin. Obviously, Dustin, you don't want to lose just in case me and Zummy wins. I don't know where your points are. And Cato, if you win, you got a good chance at a first round bye. But that's the recap with the playoffs going forward. And I'm just going to clarify this. I'm going to try and keep it short. It's already at 6 minutes or so. So we voted. It's going to be 6 teams in the playoffs. The top 2 teams will have a first round bye, which means the other 4 teams will be playing in week 14. Okay, with that being said, the bottom 4 teams, which is as of right now looking like LaRon, Kurt, Golden Domers, and possibly either myself, Dustin, or Zummy, still be determined, will play in a constellation bracket. This constellation bracket is important because instead of the worst record getting the #1 pick, it's how you do in this constellation bracket. So, for example, let's say my brother doesn't win a game in the regular season, but we get to the constellation playoffs and he goes 2-0. He is going to get the #1 seed, and then whoever gets second in that constellation bracket will get the #2, third pick, fourth pick. As far as the regular playoffs, obviously if you win the championship, you're going to have the 10th pick. Obviously runner-up 9th. If you finish 6th or last in the playoffs, you're going to get the 5th pick, and so on and so forth. I'm pretty sure you guys can connect the dots. For any more clarity, let me know. Just try and do these videos because obviously through text and talk, a lot of shit gets misunderstood and misconstrued, confusing. Alright? And I'm just trying to put some clarity going forth. But, man, it's a lot of good teams, man. Fucking McCaffrey's hot. Gurley's girly. Zeke. Got Zeke, Gurley, and Fournette. Fournette's not playing this week. But, man, like I said, I was not wrong about Fournette. I can't predict injuries and fights. But if you guys go look at the stats, fucking TJ Yeldon is like top 15, top 12 back. And he's not a great NFL quarterback. He wouldn't start anywhere else. So just think of Fournette playing the whole season. But that's fantasy, and that's why we play. And luckily I was able to put together enough things to still be competitive. Bad thing is if I lose, I can't even fucking trade my team for draft picks, which is fine. I'll try and get the #1 overall pick and try and get one of them stud running backs with the first overall pick without having to trade my way up. But I'm going to get the rings before we meet up again, probably before the Super Bowl. Before the championship. I know somebody mentioned us getting together, a little get-together. It's cold as shit outside right now, so I don't know when. If you guys want to, set that up in Clinton County, let us know, and we'll drive down and kick it. It'd be dope to have it, like, maybe for the fantasy championship weekend, week 16 weekend. That'd be real cool, or maybe Super Bowl weekend. I don't know. Let me know so I can plan ahead of time. But I'm going to get those rings for everybody. And then after we do have a championship, we will pass that belt to the new winner. Of course, unless Cody goes back-to-back, then he gets to keep the belt. Yeah, I think that's about all I got. We only have, let me clarify, we only are keeping 2 people. We voted on it. I don't know why it's misunderstood. Only 2 keepers. So when you are out of it, start thinking about your keepers. And you got to remember, you can only keep them. You have to give up where you keep them at is you have to give up the draft pick. If you drafted somebody in the 5th round and you want to keep them, you'd have to give up a 4th round pick next year, if that makes sense. Like I said, I don't want to make this longer than what it's got to be. It's already like 10 minutes long. If you need clarity or any type of explanation, hit me up, call me, and I'll let you know. As far as I know, we're going to keep everything the same. I think this is the year everything is going to be cool because there's going to be a lot of people in the draft pool. You're still going to have solid keepers no matter who you keep if you got any type of logic behind it. And if people want to get out, somebody can come in, still have keepers, still be able to draft good players. And there's no hiccups, no restarting, none of that BS. But at the same time, this is a democracy, not a dictatorship, so things are always subject to change. I like where this league is going. I know it's a lot of bitching, but I think it's because it's a lot of competitive guys in this league, and that's what we want here. But with that being said, hey, don't forget about me. Upside your head. Out.